Going on, guys? We back with the Chevy. We got a 3500 here. The bearings are going out on both sides, but this side is really bogus. Feels really bad. So we're trying to spend the least amount of money on this. So we got donor bearing, and they had just replaced them. I got both of them for both sides, because those aren't bolt on. You gotta press those on and press them off, and I don't have that tool, and they charged me over $50 to press it in and press it out, so that's 200 and something bucks just to do that. So we got donor ones. We got our inner and outer tie rods, our sleeve, part numbers, and we got our upper ball joint, got our lower ball joint, and then we got our ball joint toolkit here, the press, and this thing is 270 something bucks. If you want to buy it, just rented it. So I was just gonna do that, but then I have to go in and do all this, so I might as well do it all at once. So for the upper and lower ball joints, it was like 170. The sleeve was like 20 bucks, and then each one of the tie rods was like 40 something bucks. So the most expensive part was the damn tool rental. But alright, we're gonna take the wheel off, we're gonna take the caliper bracket, and we're gonna knock the upper and lower ball joint nuts off, and then we should be able to separate it. And I'm using minimal tools. This is all the tools I have. I do have a separator which I'm gonna use to separate it, but see how it goes, guys. Alright, guys, now we're gonna use 3/8 to remove the caliper, and then that's it. You literally just remove the caliper, remove this brake line, disconnect the ABS cable, and then we're just gonna pop the upper and lower ball joints out, and the whole thing should just fall right out. Just make sure you don't let this caliper hang. Put something to support it. Alright, I'm gonna remove the pins holding the caliper. Alright, caliper's out. Now we literally just have to take the nut out of the lower and upper ball joint, and then the upper ball joint is just held down by a couple bolts, so we'll just have to break those free. Now we gotta take the tie rod out first. I'm gonna do that first before I do the ball joints. Alright, guys, got the tie rods off. Just gotta turn the steering wheel a little bit so I can find the sweet spot to get that one out. And now I'm gonna remove the lower ball joint nut. It's a 27 millimeter. And then this one on top, I think it's a 24, but we'll see right now. I'm gonna break this one loose with a breaker bar. Guys, the lower ball joint nut I got out with a breaker bar and just broke it loose. And then I used small impact with an adapter, and I got the nut out. And then for the top one, if you try breaking it this way, the whole hub wants to turn with you, so I just put something to hold it there. And then I came in through the back here in between the sway bar link right there, like that. And I just went up, and you have enough room to come this way to just break it loose. And then you just turn it and come back and take it out from this side. And I'm gonna use the little angle impact gun the same way. Oh, you can on this one. So ratchet it is, guys. Let's ratchet it out. Alright, guys, I'm soaking the ball joint right now with PB Blaster. The upper ball joint has never been taken off, so we're gonna have to grind these bolts right here, and then it should just drop down, and then we can bolt our new one up. And then your ABS, it runs around the strut here, and it's right behind the control arm bushing right here. This one, the one that's stuck to the chassis, you're gonna have to pop it out. That's this end right here. And all you have to do is lift the tab on the other connector, and it should the other connector should fall out. But this is what you have to pop from the chassis, and then you can pull it out. All right, guys, it's almost out. I smacked it right here with the hammer, and then I used the pickle fork. Then I cracked it a couple times. It's moving now. I just gotta pop this cable. I'm using one of these plastic tab poppers, whatever you call them. Come in here, pop that boy out, and that's all. Alright, after you pop this out, we're just gonna lift it up and then reverse the process. Actually, you know what? I lie. I'm gonna replace this lower ball joint. I'm gonna press it out, and I'm gonna grind this top ball joint off. And this is our old bearing. Can you guys hear it? I mean, it still spins good, but you can hear it, right? And here's our donor. It's got a slight, but this one's been sitting, so. But that could just be the rust buildup since it hasn't been moving, but this one for sure. Alright, guys, just finish it. It's been giving me a battle. It was fucking seized in there. I've been going back and forth, torching it with the torch, smacking it with the pickle fork and this chisel. I started on this side because the bracket for the brake hose, that bolt just slid right out, so I started on that side. Just kept smacking it right here until I got it to give me a gap, and I just went back and forth with the chisel and the pickle fork. We're almost there. Here's the last side. Fucking giving me a hard time. It's hot, it's hot. There's the old one. The old one was ready to just fall out. Now we got our new one. It's gonna be easy to put in. Just put the bolts, the nuts, tighten it. Right there it is, guys. Broke it loose. Kept putting PB Blaster, and then you gotta scrape the edge with like a pick or something, or else the PB Blaster is gonna take forever to get in there. There's like a layer of rust always around it, and then this is pretty much how I had it. These two on the bottom, like that. That one on top. This one right here. Alright, now pop it out. Alright, guys, we got it done. It was a fucking big. Pop my fucking finger. Cut my knuckles. It was a toughie, but we got it done. Use a shitload of anti-seize. If I'm going in there again later, I ain't trying to fucking struggle with this rust. This is my shit. Do what I want. We're ready to go. Put the wheel on, jack it down, and that's it. Just got the new tie rods, the new sleeve. We're slowly gonna replace all the other parts. That's just the leaky hose there. I'm gonna replace the whole thing and we got it. But slowly.